Hey guys, today I want to expand a little bit more on an Instagram post that I did last week about your money blueprint. So what this is essentially the fact that between being born and about the age of 7, we are like little sponges, just absorbing everything else that all the teachers in our world give us. So the people like parents, the things that we're exposed to, our environment, aunts, uncles, adult figures. My boobs look really weird today. They're just really pointy and weird, covering them up. So we're exposed to all this stuff, and that's kind of how we start. This is before we develop critical thinking, which is where we go, is this true or is this not true? Up until the time we turn about 7, for us, everything is true. We take everything as gospel. What our parents say, aunts and uncles, adult figures, things we see on TV, things we are exposed to in our environment, we believe is gospel. They becomes the rules in which we run our life, our programming, essentially, if you think of yourself like a computer. And this is often where we pick up a lot of subconscious messages about wealth, about being a good person, being a bad person, about poverty, about abundance, about money, about finances. And it's those rules, that programming that we receive like a 7-year-old kid, that actually run us for the rest of our lives until we make a conscious decision to acknowledge that and actively change it. So are you letting a 7-year-old child, the 7-year-old version of you, still run the show? And it's okay if you're just like, mind blown, what the fuck, how am I letting a 7-year-old run my life? And trust me, I have a 7-year-old running my life already. I don't need 2 of them. You're not alone. Everyone has this moment of like, oh my God. And up until that, you only know what you know. But now you know better. Now you can make a different choice. So I just want you to have a think about this. And I'm going to try and give you a couple of exercises that you can move forward with really quickly. And then if you want more and you're ready for more, reach out and I will be able to hook you up with something that you can do more. I want you to think about, what are some of the craziest things you heard about money? For me, it was that really wealthy people aren't actually happy. You can have money or you can be happy, but not both. I also heard a lot that, and I saw a lot and was exposed to a lot of the idea that if you were a successful business person, if you were a successful parent and you made a lot of money, it also meant that you were a bad parent, because to be successful and to have money meant you had to be away from your family. And, we had all those examples in our life of the wealthy kid, but whose parents were a bit shit. All the movies, TV shows kind of reinforce that stereotype. So I thought, well, you can be a wealthy person, but that will make you a bad parent. Or if I'm a really wealthy parent, my kid will be a shit or a bully or not a very nice person, because that's what I was exposed to. I also definitely had some programming around, if you have a lot of money, something bad will happen to come and take it away. So you need to squirrel away and save every single cent you've ever had. So have a think about it. What are some of the messages? What are some of the things you've been told about money? People who have money are rich and greedy and awful. You're not skinny enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not enough to be wealthy and abundant. Or that there's not enough for everyone to go around, which I'm calling bullshit on that one. What are the most common phrases your parents always said about money that you catch yourself saying too? A great example of this is, money doesn't grow on trees. It's paper. Yes, it fucking does. That was my response as a kid, and that's something I hear my children say in response to that. Even if it's on TV or something, because I don't particularly say money doesn't grow on trees. Even though we have a very healthy respect in this family, if you break or destroy something, I'm not just replacing it for you. But we've avoided that term, money doesn't grow on trees, because even my son at 5 years old looked at the TV when he heard it and went, yeah, it does, it's paper. Paper comes from trees. And that's the reality. You can always make more money. But what are some of the common phrases you heard your parents say about money? That, you know, a big one for me was you can be rich or you can be happy, but you can't be both. Who's going to choose to be rich when they think it's going to make you miserable? Now I'm happy and I'm wealthy and it feels fucking awesome. But that's because I've done the work on it. Question number 2, how do you feel about money? Like generally, how do you feel about your money? If you opened your bank account right now, how does it make you feel? If I flashed a bunch of cash in front of you right now, how does it make you feel? How do you feel about your money? What would happen if I flashed a bunch of cash at you? Or told you how much money I make? Or showed you my dream car? Or told you that I'm really wealthy? How do you suddenly feel about me? Do you suddenly hate me? Are you jealous? Do you think less of me? Am I suddenly a less moral or less right human? Let's just analyze those thoughts. I just want you to be aware of them. How do you feel about money? Does money make you feel yuck and gross and dirty? Or does money make you feel excited and nurtured and supported? How does money make you feel? Sorry. What is the story you tell yourself about rich and wealthy people? If you saw, you know, The Devil Wears Prada and you see all that success, if I showed you pictures of Roxy Jacenko, if I showed you pictures of the rich girl in the cartoons, hating Alison Ashley, Angela Anaconda, Regina George, how do you feel about wealthy people, about money, about success? Because chances are you're not thinking, they're really great and I admire them and I bet they got their money and their wealth and their success and fame by doing the right thing. Chances are you're thinking, well, she's a shit mum because she works so hard. Or, well, he got successful because he climbed over everyone to get to the top. And don't get me wrong, there are some shitty assholes out there, but it's not everyone. But what story do you have right now about money, about wealthy people? And how is that running the show? And how is that subconsciously sabotaging you from the fact you want more money and you want to manifest and you're trying to grow a business maybe, you're trying to work really hard and create this amazing lifestyle for you and your family, but you're being sabotaged at every turn by a 7-year-old kid who believes that rich, wealthy people are greedy and yucky and disgusting. So every time you're trying to manifest more money, you're in internal programming that inner 7-year-old inside you is going, no, we can't do that because then we'll be a shitty person and a shitty parent. So I got to get rid of this money and I got to repel that client away and I got to sabotage this opportunity. And then we're back at square one. So you can see how there's no point trying to create more wealth and abundance in your life if you're not ready to actually deal with the mindset shit behind it. Because money with wisdom stays. Money without wisdom goes. All right, last question. How can you begin to shift your thoughts and feelings around money starting today? What would you like to experience in your reality when it comes to finances? Joy, freedom, abundance, love, laughter, excitement around your future and your financial future. Feeling empowered and excited about your money is the most liberating feeling ever, especially for women. After being so unempowered and unexcited and unallowed to have any type of financial independence for so long. That's a topic for another day. What questions here? I've written them down so I don't get lost. What version of you who already has that reality, what does the best version of you, the most abundant version of you, think about money? What does she feel about money? How does she act and behave towards money? If you can identify what the best version of you, the most abundant and aligned version of you, how she would behave and act and think and relate to money, then you can choose to step into that version of you today. And that's how you can start calling in the most abundant you. If you would like to know more, if this has resonated with you, then you might be ready to join my Sexy Selfish Elite Tribe. It's a 12-month membership and the content is just crazy amazing. So click the link in my bio, Sexy Selfish Elite, click it. You can find out more about that or send me a DM. I'd be happy to hook you up with some info.